Happy 4th of July, and on today's video, we are gonna bring you one of the greatest showroom tours that features, in my eyes, probably the most American, patriotic supercar of the 1990s. But before we get into that, we have to start with this. This is Bugatti EB110 GT chassis 12. This is one of the early prototype cars. We've never actually, I've never seen this car in person until recently. This was sold at an auction a few years ago. It lived life in a few different colors, but before Bugatti closed, this car was restored completely back to Bugatti blue on the Grigio interior. I think this car has like 600 miles. Let's see, yeah, 1,100 kilometers, and it's new. I mean, you can tell everything was restored on this car. It is absolutely stunning, and this is one of the EB110 GT prototypes, so very cool to have it here. And we just have so many right now, incredible cars from the 80s and 90s. The next being this, one of the probably the best top 10 Diablo GTs left today in the world. 80 cars produced, as you guys know, for the world. We believe right around 9 or 10 were finished in Black Rage, which is a black, deep black color, but with a lot of blue. If actually you put a light up to it and you look, there's a lot of blue in this color, a lot of metallic, a little bit of purple tone. You've got a great eye. This is a 4,800 mile car. A lot of the GTs were driven in period, so very, very low mileage car. Car number 37. And what's cool about this car, it's one of the few cars with comfort seats. So it's got the airbag on both sides and the comfort Diablo seats. This car is going to sell quick. There are a lot of rumors of some very, very big Diablo GT transactions. Very exciting to see these cars finally get the recognition they deserve, and it's so cool to have this car here today in inventory. We've got to go to this one here. I have lusted after this car for so long. This car is an honor for it to be here in our showroom today. We had the opportunity to finally purchase this car. I had this incredible honor to actually help the former owner put this car into the Countach class at the Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance in 2021. And I had done a ton of research on this car and helped him write the application and everything, submitted the car. Fast forward, the car wins first in class at Pebble Beach for the iconic Countach class. And I mean, listen, let's face it, you can obviously tell why it won. What's so cool about this car is this was actually the first customer delivered LP400 S. If you remember the Monaco Countach pace car, the white on blue car, that was the chassis number just before this car. That was Jean-Claude Mimrem's car, the white on blue car, and this would have been the first customer delivered car. 1981, I believe it was at the end of May, this car was delivered, and it was special ordered through the Italian dealer, I think it was Achille Motors, and it was special ordered by a member of the royal family, the Saudi royal family, in this color. This is one of my favorite Lamborghini colors of all time, and this is the only Countach between 1978 and 1990 that was produced in this color. There was one other, we believe, LP400 Periscopio car produced in this color, known as Verde Chiaro or Verde Metallizzato. And it's this beautiful green. When you get up close to it, you see very, very fine metallic, stunning, stunning color. Now, in factory records, this interior is actually called Verde, but it really is more of like a khaki. It has a green tint to it, and look at that. Green carpets, brown Alcantara dash. And what's cool about this car is the provenance is fantastic. Originally delivered to a Saudi VIP and then would be sold to one of the most important Lamborghini collectors of our time, Gino Donatella. Famously owned this car in Sweden for many years. the car then underwent an incredible restoration. Former Lamborghini artisans, Paratelli himself redid this interior. If you don't know about Paratelli, Paratelli did most of the Countach production car interiors. All the Italian artisans, former Lamborghini employees restored this car. So really very, very cool piece, a true one-off. And it's an honor to have it with us in our showroom. And just it's an honor to buy a car like this. I mean, you sometimes you don't imagine, you dream of this. I've always dreamed of this car, and it's here, and it is just, it's incredible. It takes my breath away, and excited for the next caretaker. This here is, I think, we got to ask Ross, but this is a pending sale. We recently purchased this car, and when I got the window sticker, I was just so excited. You know, most Barchettas, you don't see a lot of special ordered Barchettas. Most Barchettas, obviously, were standard colors, and this is a out of range, so a special ordered out of range. Basically, out of range was Ferrari's PTS, so Ferrari's paint to sample of that time. Everybody knows PTS now. This color is Blue Le Mans. Now, what's wild is a few years ago, I think it was about a year ago, we had another Blue Le Mans 550, a European car that we sold in Europe. But to see this color in person now is just stunning. And it's not just out of range paint color, but special ordered with a blue steering wheel, special ordered with a blue dash, special ordered with blue stitching, special ordered with blue roll bars, and silver calipers and factory luggage that came with this car as well. I promise you, this car, we are going to see it at Cavallino next year, and this car, watch, we can make it win a platinum. It's a 3,000 original mile car, so we've got to do a bunch of little service work and detail, but one of the most stunning Barchettas that we've had here. Another North American car. This car was delivered new into Canada, and it's one of the nicest condition Barchettas we've seen. Look, that is original Alcantara. Most of these cars, the Alcantara needs to be replaced. I would almost say all of the cars, the Alcantara needs to be replaced. This car is original. It's about 2,200 miles. And what's so cool about this car is if you look, this is complete with everything. All the original luggage, the canvas luggage, Classic K, books, tools, much more. So very, very cool car. I have just adored these cars over the last few years. We've sold a lot of Barchettas, about 125, 130 cars in the US. Very, very rare. And again, when you start talking about non-red cars, it's super, super rare. The next car behind me, I gave you guys a little bit of a teaser last week. We just brought this car in. It just arrived. I don't know if we have any unload photos or anything like that, or any video, but this is the first Vector M12 ever produced, chassis 001, and this was the car that was hand painted by Michael Santoro, basically to celebrate the concept of an American supercar. It was unveiled at the Detroit Auto Show. There's some great videos and photos of the unveiling. And this was a moment when Vector and Megatech, who owned Vector, also owned Lamborghini. So the stand at the Detroit Auto Show, I think it had some Diablos. It had this car. This car was then shown at the Daytona International Speedway, I believe for the Daytona 24 Hours. So very, very important car. We chased this car for a very, very specific client. Pure serendipity. John Hooper, our dear friend and colleague, heard about this car existing. I knew a very good client of ours had basically his career started around this car. He worked for a gentleman who owned this car, and it's always inspired him. His business today was started in part because of this gentleman that he had worked for and mentored him, and very, very cool story. He is also a great patriot, and is excited to have this as part of his collection. So just sort of making a dream come true. Super cool. 1,000 original miles on this car. You're going to see some epic content of the Vector. I'm super, super excited. We're going to do a massive detail, get it serviced, and get it ready. And if you don't know, this version of the Vector was actually designed by Peter Stevenson, designed the McLaren F1, XJR15, and this version of the Vector also has the Diablo engine. It's actually reversed. So the M12 is a very interesting car. We'll probably do a little bit more in depth. We have a video from a long time ago that we did. And then I cannot forget about this stunning triple white LM002. I believe this may be the only LM002 to leave the factory white on white with white factory wheels. This is a European version. It's so cool if you look at it too, because it's got this very cool brown dash, brown steering wheel, these brown accents. You can see everything is covered in plastic right now because the interior was recently refinished. And this is just such, I mean, how cool is an original 1980s LM002, white, 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 white. So super excited to have this in inventory as well. And listen, stay tuned. We have a ton of incredible content coming up. I hope you guys have a safe and happy 4th of July. Thank you again for watching. Thank you again for all your love and support. Don't forget to like and subscribe.